Tries to gather that himself. It's driven down the ground, but firm, not hard.
Yeah, he's just not been able to tee off as he normally would. But the thing with Michael Leask is he's had what you would think would be a muted innings. He's still 20 off 22.
Still a Scottish skipper. There's not in great danger. Drives it away. Scotland will cross for two. Progress slow and steady. They have made a good recovery, Scotland. They need to find a way to push on. 59 for 5. Well, if you're going to have a good bowling card, it would look something like that. Canan Casey, 2 wickets for 18, and Ellie 1 for 12, getting things started. Banshee as well, 1 for 15. It's all very economical. Cushon Bertel will continue. Second over. Well, that's a big shout as well. May have been similar to the last one. And again, Scotland attempting the sweep, and Leask not making the contact.
This time it's David McLean. We'll try and have a look at that one again, just after the ball.
Thrashed away. And Casey does well, gets himself in front of the ball, sends it back in, the Scotland are sent back.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, why would you try and test Karen Casey's arm? I thought better of it. Here's another look at LBW shout. Again, he's a long way across his stump, outside the off stump. So perhaps the feeling that again maybe impact outside. It's getting close though.
In there, but safe.
Just had managed to calm things down again. We might start to see them try and push on pretty soon, next over or two.
Again, it's just another single, but if you're Cushon Bertel, you're quite happy with that. He got 5 singles in his first over, 3 of the 4 in his second, also being pushed away for a single. Some fielding adjustments there.
You hear those cymbals clashing, brought so much passion and colour to this ground.
And again, he tries that shot, Matt Cross. Doesn't get it away.
And they're just having trouble perhaps picking the length and bounce. It's not been the easiest ground to sweep on. We've seen the reverse sweep has been a shot that hasn't always come off either.
Steers that on the offside this time. But again, it's just a single. 63 for 5, Scotland making progress. It's slow progress, but progress nonetheless. problem Scotland have had when they've lost their wickets. They've steadied since, but that run rate only once punching up to 8 in the over. A little bit of equipment change coming on for Michael Leask.
The last boundary came on the third ball of the 7th over. So that's how good a job Nepal have done of just choking off the runs for Scotland. Now, I wonder if these are Michael Leask's lucky gloves. Maybe this is a sign. These are his acceleration gloves. He is, I mentioned, Michael Leask in beast mode. When he finds that, it is something to watch. So Scotland will be hoping he's got that in him today. Lamachani,
Michael Leask's highest international score is level 58. Very experienced player. 68th T20 international, so there's not much he's not seen. Lamachani continuing from the Meldrum Gardens end. There's the sweep. Well, he's done it a few times, and that one has found its way through, and the Scottish captain is bowled.
Lamachani back in the wickets again, picks up where he left off yesterday, and it's the skipper. Scratched around for 15, tried to steady the ship with Leask, now departs. And that one, well, it just seemed to skid through on cross. He played well over the shot. That ball just skidding through a bit low, straight on. The googly. It brings Chris McBride out to the middle. What a time for Chris McBride to come out.
Oh my God. Score 33 against the Dutch, but departs. My score just 15. I think you're right, boys. He kind of scratched around. He never looked convincing today. We all get the good days and the bad days. And not go down as one of his better.
The responsibility on the shoulders of Michael Leask grows. If the others can bat around Leask and he can stay out there, you don't write off them getting a decent total on the board. They can look to defend. They'll look to defend whatever they get. But McBride, no slouch with the bat. He's forced his way into this Scotland squad because of just the weight of runs he's scored in club cricket. A busy player, quite wristy as well. He just needs someone to stay with Michael Leask at the moment.
Oh, he's pulled up. What a ball that is! The stump absolutely taken out the ground, and it's the first ball dug for Chris McBride. Never got a chance to get settled. The stump went flying, and he's back to the pavilion.
2 in 2, and Lamachani is on a hat-trick. Bamboozling Scotland here in Glasgow. What a ball to get first up. It's the googly again. Back into the right-hander. And sends the off-stump flying. That is absolutely perfect from Sandeep. What a wicked ball to get first up. Don't be surprised if we see it again. As Sharif makes his way to the middle, we've had just about everything in this series. Are we about to see a hat-trick? Safi and Sharif, he played a blinder of an innings down the order in Dundee a couple of weeks ago. Now he's here to do a rescue job. And it's the same thing. Can anyone stay with Michael Leask? At the moment, desperately needs Scotland to bat around him.
Well, once he's failed, they've added a slip, which is not surprising. Michel Bertel has come in there. He had a hat-trick in the Under-19 World Cup a few years ago, and he's getting ready to see if he can do it at T20 full international level. Scotland and Nepal playing at this level for the first time. Scotland not having fun. The hat-trick ball.
And it was the googly again. Oh boy. Safi and Sharif breathes a sigh of relief. Everyone else was holding their breath. They can exhale now.
You never want to be on the receiving end of that hat-trick ball. Just again repositioning the field slightly, bringing Long off a little bit further round. Here he comes, good length. Well, he's thought about the single and gets himself back in time. Well, if there's one thing better than a wicket maiden, it's a two-wicket maiden. Let's see if he can achieve it. One to come. And you can see there are gaps, obviously, but just trying to pick your moment. And that was not Scotland's moment. What an over that was.
63 for 7.
So somebody's going to have to ask the question, so I'm going to ask it. Are Scotland in danger of not reaching 100, or do they have enough in their batting locker to try and get there? Because it's been a tough old afternoon out there.
Talent-wise, as we see Hotel continue after the magic over by Lavashani, they absolutely have the batting firepower to do it. So, ability-wise, I think they've got the ability to get the score up there to 120, 130 even. Possibly even more if both of these players get going. They strike it very well, but the problem is they keep running into the old wickets.
Shilling again. And the ball will be quite happy if Scotland are just going to pick off singles here.
One relief for Scotland, they have actually already passed their lowest ever total in T20 internationals. That was 60, 2021 against Afghanistan.
Again, just going back off the back foot to try and get it away, but it's just going to be a single again. As the ball is whizzing in from the outfield.
They've only failed to make 100 7 times in T20 International Scotland, so we certainly won't want to add to that today. Sharif doing his job there, just turning the strike over to Leask, who has got himself well set now. And you're just always waiting for him to pull the trigger. He's that kind of player. Problem is at the moment is that he really has to stay out there, you feel, for Scotland.
750 runs at this level now, that includes today. It was in there, but it was always going to be safe. And again, just a single.
We talked about the ball stopping in the pitch throughout the games that we've seen here at Clydesdale. Very wet early in the week, and it was described to me as being a bit like plasticine yesterday. Drier today, so been wondering if it's hardening up, but it still seems like it's just stopping a bit.
It's been a terrific spell of bowling by Kushal Bhurtel. He's conceded no more than a single with any ball. Scotland limping their way forward, 68%. Those two players with plenty of experience out there for Scotland who have been in bad situations before. This is a situation which is pretty bad, 68 for 7. Still got 6 overs to come, and Scotland need to try and make the most of them. But you're just in that horrible little matrix moment. You don't want to be conceding your wicket and leave balls unplayed. You do need to start to get things moving along. Should continue. There's the sweep, that's a successful one, and it's past the fielder on the boundary. That's your Allard was out there, but Scotland find the boundary.
Consider the trigger pulled.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that one's just set up nicely for Leask. But I think we might see him start to put the foot down now.
Just tickles that one through.
And he was trying to play that one late. Because I've got the fielders point up, backward point both on the ring.
In the air, but safe. Scotland are going to come for a second. Sharif will have to move quickly. He does so.
That boundary coming at the start of the over. 6.5 overs since the previous boundary. That is a long time in T20 cricket. It just reflects how well Nepal have done.
Leask has moved on to 31 from 31 balls. Oh, drove it back down. Don't think you can call that a drop. That's a good effort.
Oh, I'm afraid in the books it's going to go down as a drop, though. They're the ones, they either stick or they don't. They did brilliantly. You're right. You're so right to get down there. And Michael Leask, again, will be breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh, he somehow smuggles that one through. It'll just be a single.
Oh, inside edges, dropped return catches. It's tense here. Here's that drop from Raj Banshi, who did so well to get himself down there. But ball not sticking in the end.
Well, again, it's another fine exhibition of Nepalese bowling. Scotland finding the boundary. It has been a while. 75 for 7, 5 overs to come. Well, Scotland have really struggled here. As you can see, moving through 15 overs, it's not been easy. Back-to-back wickets. And Scotland were on 63. Certainly not a help. Cross and McBride going back-to-back.
It's been doing the trick here today for Rohit Podal. Been able to cycle through his different spin options. Settling back now on Devendra Singh Irie.
Scotland will just take the single.
Big cry of no from Michael Leask. And Sharif was slightly interested in the second. You could just see his frustration, Leask, in wanting to go big. And we've seen a couple of inside edges from him. Did see a boundary at the start of the last over, but it's unlike him to get to this point and not be able to find the boundary regularly.
Sent to Sharif. He wanted to come back for that second to allow the strike to stay with the experienced player in terms of batting. The man who's been in the longest comes in again. That's just turned round the side. And again, you could see Scotland. On a different day, you might have hustled through and looked for a second, but there was no interest in finding one there.
Well, Michael Leask is the one who needs to be on strike for the Lions' share of this. Sharif, he is more capable. He scored 36 off 18 against Netherlands during that ODI series that preceded these games.
Turned down the ground. And in from long on. Here's Devinder Singh Ali. It's been an impressive bowling performance. Scotland really have been pinned down. A couple of loose shots have resulted in wickets, but that comes from the pressure. It's just going to be a single, but again, what that will do is we'll take the strike away from Michael Leask for the next over. Again, the pressure continues on Scotland. 79 for 7, 4 overs to go. Crowd inside this famous old ground, enjoying the heat, if not the Scottish fans enjoying the action. Plenty of Nepalese shirts on display. Get here early, grab a seat right by the boundary. A couple of mementos being made.
He likes what he sees. Stuart Hall. And why wouldn't he? He's got someone like Sandeep Lamachani who was on a hat-trick earlier, and Googly coming up beautifully.
No is the cry. That's Ali in quickly. Final over for Sandeep Lamachani.
He's bowled brilliantly. Oh, brilliantly yesterday as well.
The opportunity to turn it off the legs. Two fielders out there.
Sika, Nepal.
Oh, that's close. It's gone. Pitched it beautifully. And Sharif is given out.
and it's Sharif now. They keep coming and they keep going. And Lamachani.
Lamachani and his headband have been sensational.
Yeah, I think he might keep that one. Might keep that one going. He's been bowling a storm since he started with that headband.
And Scotland in the last 5 overs, 20 for 3. 81 for 8 in total. Thought he'd come, then decided against it. Bowler's prerogative. Shani, that was really close. Oh, what a ball that was. And he's wondering how Jack Jarvis survived.
Well, he's turning it both ways and he's got them all in two minds. You've seen him bring the ball back into the right hand as this one just holds its line. If anything, slight movement away, but straightening.
Scotland! There's a fuller ball and Jack Jarvis is played across the line. The stumps are hit once more and it has been an impressive afternoon. Lamachani has netted his 4th wicket.
Well, spinning a web indeed, and Scotland's batters all caught in it. Jarvis, the latest one. He's turning it both ways. They don't know what it's going to do, and then he bowls it full, and he sneaks it under the bat. Maybe pushes it through a little bit quicker, and doesn't he love it as well? Sandeep Lamachani on fire, Nepal on fire. Scotland are down to their last wicket.
In his last 11 balls, he is 4 wickets for 2 runs. That is an outstanding spell of bowling. And Scotland, well, Jasper Davidson is not a noted batter, but he'll come in and he'll give it a go.
Well, I say again, he's someone who is certainly capable of batting pretty competently. Jasper Davidson scores lots of runs in domestic cricket, but this situation, well, very, very tough for the young player. Leask is stranded up the other end, and he's just been watching as Lamachani is sending his batting partners back to the pavilion one by one.
Just knocked clear. Well, Scotland in a heap of trouble. 100 seems a very long way away. 3 overs to go. Scotland are 81 for 9. Sandeep Lamachani really enjoyed himself. 108 wickets coming into today for the 4th time in T20 cricket. He's taken 4 or more wickets in the same innings. Not quite his best. He to number 5 for 9, 4 for 11 today, and that is why you see the state of the Scotland card. Oh, there's the sweep again. It was risky. Will come back for the second.
I almost think you see they're playing with some real intent to score from Leask and completely misjudged it. But I just think he's as likely to try and go big now as anything, just to see if he can crack this innings open a little bit to get another 20 runs on the board.
36 from 36 so far. And he's as well keeping the strike.
Yeah, and although I'm sure he's quite confident in fact that Davidson be able to keep the score ticking over. It's just a matter of real tail-ender batting now. Keep the strike, get the single on the last ball, and whack a few sixes if you can.
There comes the whack. And he'll just pick out long off.
And it says a lot about, I think, this pitch, but also how well Nepal have bowled, because that is a sort of ball that on a normal day, Michael Lease would have absolutely mulleted over long off for six.
Well, Scotland have scored just 1 6 in the innings, which is 4 times 6, 24 runs coming from the boundary. So 30% of the runs coming from just 6 shots. But over 50% of the balls bowled have resulted in no runs being scored, and that simply is not good enough for T20 cricket. Square cut, but again, good cover.
Oh, that's a nice shot from Davidson to get himself off the mark.
Well, you mentioned Scotland's lowest ever total, 60 against Afghanistan. It's about 4 years ago. They were comfortably past that, but they're highly disappointed. In fact, they say on 86 for 9. It's been a good bowling performance. That was a fuller ball. And they played through it.
Danger. Well, if they were to be all out now, it would be the 5th lowest total in Scotland T20 internationals. But I hope they can add a few more yet.
It sets up, it's pushed away, and next to the ball will be delighted because the strike will stay with Jasper Davidson. Scotland trying to chase at least 100 runs down, 2 overs to get it. They're 87 for 9. Tough old innings for Scotland. 83 runs from 109 balls total if you include the wides that were bowled. 4 extras, 9 down. And between Jasper Davidson and Michael Lease, Lease being top scorer in the inning, 37 at the moment. We'll have to try and find some way to take this into 3 figures.
Well, there is one way that involves going over the rope, but it's not been as easy as it sounds. Maybe they will prefer having pace on the ball as Karen Casey returns.
It's changed hands for his final over. Takes it in, Davidson. Down the wicket.
And you can see he just is trying to get himself off strike, get Leask down the other end. He is someone who might certainly like to have a bit of pace on the ball on a wicket that has just been a bit sticky, a bit slow.
Now they were going to try and run through, and that's quick running. 2 fielders with the attempt. Gilbertel was the first.
Well, they put the pressure on the fielder. Michael Lease was desperate to get himself down the other end. Well, he's managed to do so. But what can he do with it? He's got 4 balls in this over to face from Karen Casey. Careful bit of gardening as well from Lease. He is really to pull the trigger. Now is the moment.
It's a deep point, deep backward point. There were 4 overs in Scotland last found the ropes. Making a couple of changes at square leg and I think short fine leg.
They've only got one fielder out on the deep on the leg side.
It's going through.
Yeah, and that's exactly why he's bowled there, Karen Casey, wide outside the off stump. They haven't got the protection. On the other side, he's just trying to dry up Michael Lee's scoring options. And I think that he'll make a mistake. Invitation, they've just now sent long off back, so he's got long on and long off both back now. That is Michael Lee's strength, his real hitting zone. Goes for the big swing. It doesn't connect. So he had 4 balls. Michael Leeski's now got just 2. 1 if he wants to get himself a single and down the other end for the final over. This is so frustrating, but well bowled by Karen Casey. Just mixing it up and change-ups. Really good death bowling from the experienced bowler.
And he comes again, fuller length, and again, it's a similar shot, just can't make the connection he's looking for.
Well, just not picking the length. And you can see the frustration on his face. 4 dot balls in the over. And this is really choking Scotland off, this death bowling.
Well, it's rarely your 4th over is more economical than your first. By this point in the game, that's when we're looking to take you to the boundary. It's just touched away through point. He'll get the strike at the other end, which will be a relief to him. He will have start Scotland's last over, but it's 89 for 9.